welcome back to the Wheel List Podcast. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? Yeah, we are back. We are back. We are here in effect. This is the Whip live. Check it out. The name of this show. Let me go and put it in the title real quick. So let me change this name. Let me go ahead and get that taken care of for us real quick. This is the Whip. Let me grab the title from here. Oh, wait a second now. Wait a second. Hold up. Yeah. Let me edit this portion. Update title. Let me check it out. Yeah, that's what I need to grab right there. Copy. Nah, yeah. That's what I need. That's what I need. Update all. Okay. All right. Good to go. Let me see. We got an update channel to provide new stream. Okay. All right. We streaming. We streaming on TikTok. What's happening? Okay. Anyway, we got that done. Let's get this title taken care of so you guys can see it. Try again. Let's try that again. Try to update that again. Let's toggle. Yeah, we on. We on anyway. Let's try to update Instagram, but if we can't, we'll just go on without them. All right, let me get this title for you guys. Here we go. Let me change that. You see, we got the call in number, as you can see now. But check it out. This is the Whip. The Truth Don't Need You show. Let's get some music playing up in here, cause I want to. I want to listen to a little R&B, something a little cool tonight with a nice beat. Gotta have a nice beat. Gotta have a nice beat. It's coming in a little janky, but we're gonna deal with it. I think it kind of sound good. Let me see. A little off, but I can deal with the obscurity of that beat. I like it. I can deal with it. It's cool. We're gonna move it. We're gonna keep moving right along though. Check me out. Like I said, the show tonight, the Truth Don't Need You show. You can call in 404 941 6417, as you can see if you're looking, if you're tuning in. But check it out. The Truth Don't Need You show. I appreciate it if you checking out the show. When you come on, when you come into the room, I want you to like, subscribe, share. That's cool too. I appreciate it. Again, the truth don't need us. What do you mean by that, Danny D? What I mean is, we live in a country that was founded on lies in 1776. You would definitely call something a new world when it's new to you, when you understood all the greatness and all of the intelligence, the highest order of civilization, where the actual mind concepts come from, the mental mind concepts of how to build civilization. It was quite prevalent right here in America. Let me drop that down a little bit. You understand? America is a very, 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 very different place than you know. Extremely different. I wish that we were more thoughtful about how we move about our day and how much more intricate you would need to be to understand how to bring your mind out of those awful places because it's polluted by lies and mistruths. See, you can tell people don't like the truth and they love their system of belief. The word belief is so safe and loved. Let me explain, because you can lie. It's a subconscious thing that I understand when they use belief. That's the word that you want and need, I promise you. The reason why you want and need that word belief is simply because you know you're gonna lie. You know it's a good chance that you will be telling a lie. Somewhere in there. I promise you somewhere in there, you know, I'm about to tell this lie. So what you'll do is you'll make sure you'll get that crutch word belief. Belief is a crutch word. So is maybe. So is I might. So is every word of uncertainty is those words are used for you to not be accountable and to wiggle your way out of accountability. See, that's the thing nowadays in life. A lot of people want to wiggle their way out of shit. They don't want to be accountable for nothing. They just want to figure out how not to be accountable. And I think people equate that with intelligence, and it's not. It's like the person that goes to work every day and figure out how not to fucking work. They figure out what not to do. They figure out how not to accomplish a mission. And why would you want to deal with a mediocre motherfucker like that? It's terrible. I mean, I'm just being honest. If you think about how these situations work in life, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about, Black Americans or American Indians or foundational Black Americans. Talk a lot of shit. When you hear the shit in the news about, Jesus goes and perpetuates lying. I don't know his real name, but this is the real story. I know everybody's talking about this shit in the news. Everybody's talking about how this I think it was an African cat. He said, I'm an immigrant. And he said, they'll tell him we're immigrant brothers. And what you should do is get rid of all the black people. Get rid of all the Black Americans. They lazy, they entitled. They're too hard to deal with. They always causing a fuss, always making race out of everything. I'm sick of them. Do you want to work around that every day, all day? Talking about race. Always talking about race. Oh my God, I'm so sick of them talking about race all the time. Oh my God. Sick of it. It's grotesque. Why do they live their lives every day talking about race all the time? That's all they know how to do. Seriously? But do you understand your bad behavior perpetuates a grievance? So you don't care that it's a grievance because you want to continue to behave ill-mannered towards people that you just don't like. And there's another thing that's very popular going on in the news today, how Black Americans are supposed to be the perpetual saviors with no reward. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's the pill that the Democratic Party wants to shove down Black Americans' throat. They just want to shove it down your throat. Look, know your role, pretty your role. Do. No, there's nothing for you. See, we ended up here. How we ended up in this situation, um, it's really the fault of people gravitating towards lies and gravitating towards alternative truth, if there is even such a fucking thing. And it's not. There's no fucking such thing as an alternative truth. There's no such thing as an alternative fact either. Really what lands us here in the state of America that we are in today, specifically. When you it's like America has became the casting couch. Yeah, that's really what this is. It's the casting couch. That's why, you got a lot of people doing podcasts that are really being buffoons. I can't do that to myself for a legacy that I'm trying to carve out. That's right. When you do something like this, you're putting a lot on the line. But you have to be strategic, intelligent, and thoughtful, and very, again, look at the title of the truth. Oh yeah, the title of the truth. But the title of the show, the Will Is Podcast, is the truth. But the title of the show, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Understand me well, for real. The truth stands alone. It don't need you or me. It doesn't care. You're not even relevant. You have to make yourself relevant by the truth and being closely aligned with the truth more than you're closely aligned with lies. See, lies are the mask that you want to live under. You want to pretend all day. Like I said, you got most people don't get past the age of 15 mentally. They never grow up. They never put themselves in a position of wanting to be, specifically wanting to be a mature person. Let's think about how we psychologically run away from maturity. As you can see, I don't. That's one thing. Coloring your hair, aligning intelligence with unpopular or uncool. Man, this shit acting weird. Come on now. Let's tighten up. Let's tighten up now. All right. Let's get it together. All right. But what I'm explaining to you is, check it out. Aligning intelligence with being uncool is foolish, especially if you look at pictures of the early 1900s, the late 1800s, even in the 1700s and the 1600s, you will always find well-to-do, well-dressed, well-mannered, indigenous people of color globally. See, it's about understanding that someone is stripping you of your dignity. They're doing a damn good job of trying to as well. So strip you of your dignity so bad that you feel completely separated outside of yourself. That's when you realize you have a spirit. That's when you realize a person can take a great deal from you, but they cannot take your spirit, your soul, unless you give it up. See, a lot of y'all have done just that, giving up something that ain't for sale. Who told you you had the rights to violate yourself or allow other people to violate you, destroy you, dehumanize you? Who told you you had that right to allow someone to do that to you? We're not talking about enslaved people. We're talking about the voluntary enslaved today. That's what we're talking about. The voluntary enslaved today. Now, you'll see the contrast in my show. The show I did earlier. Have fun, chilling out, relaxing, taking it easy, appreciating, being able to chillax with with you guys. I like spending time with you guys. This is fun. This is, it's a great deal of healing that comes behind being able to communicate with my subscribers and, to embrace platforms to be just that, fun, educational, experience-like, an experience. Sometimes we like to be shrewd and cruel and very judgmental. Sometimes we need to take take it down a peg or two. Stop being so judgmental. I tried to tell you things from angles that make sense, that is full of the truth. But some people just want to perpetuate a lie. That's the way life goes. People look for angles to hate, lie, deceive, destroy, and become very deceptive by good deeds. Some people are very deceptive by their good deeds to lure you in order to make you weaker into their equation, so that they can say, well, you was remember you was dancing on the show and having a good time, and you be sipping, and you wanna present yourself like that. I'm an adult. I don't have anything to hide about how I wanna have fun. You got people that come on this show, some people that have channels and platforms that act a goddamn fool. It's ridiculous. I couldn't do that to myself. So dancing, having a good time, that's shit I always have done. I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy myself. I enjoy myself thoroughly. And I don't see with that. I don't even know how any possibly wrong with that. You do. But maybe you just don't have the guts or the confidence to do it in front of an audience and make it public and put it on a platform. It's just good fun. I told y'all to take it easy, relax, calm down, chill out. It's okay. So, but back to the truth. Not needing you or me, by the way. Like I said, what we try to do is closely align ourselves and sit in the bosom of truth, vice being a believer or a beholder of lies. Some people say, or want to say, or would say, you can't be calling people no damn liar if they don't know no better. Well, shit, hey, why do you not know better? I can tell you why you don't know better, because you believe in what you were told from someone else. You never did I'm sorry, I don't want to talk at you. Let me rephrase this. I don't ever this thing straighten up, it's jack off shit. But I don't want to put something off on you, like telling you what you do and don't do. I wouldn't accept that from you. So I don't accept you to accept that from me. See, on this show, we teach each other how to treat each other, and I expect you to do the same. So I never down talk you. That's not what we're about on this podcast. I walk a thin line sometimes, but I tell you one thing, it's realizations to everything. Everything is not cute, everything ain't pretty, everything don't fucking shine every day. Sometimes shit is rough. Sometimes you have to understand that a point, it can be pushed across as gentle, but sometimes the gentle equation don't work. I promise you, I'll give you an equation. I'll give you an example. I go to a foreign nation. I start as acting as if I own the place. I treat the local nationals like shit. I have a nasty attitude and I expect people to take care of me. I expect people to kiss my ass. From being disrespectful, grotesque, uncanny, with no manners. And then you turn around and lie on the locals. Only a fool will go to another person's country and talk down on them as if you got more stake in the land than the indigenous person. See, that's the problem when people believe what they are told and you don't do research. See, this is not about a gender thing. No, it's a human condition. Somebody always wants to be the bully. Someone always want to walk down on someone. Why is that? I can tell you why. Because the country that you come from, that you fled and ran from, shows your actual character. Why would I want you as a friend when all you're ever gonna be is a person that wants to degrade me? If you can't be truthful, you can't have a relationship with the person for real. It's phony. If you can't be truthful, why would you want to deal with a person that you want to manipulate and tell lies? I can tell you why. Because you don't give a fuck about that person. You don't care for real. You want what you want, you like what you like, but then you throw the other shit away. I don't want that. See, it's a sick, twisted, demented problem to want to use someone for wholesale. That's sad. It's pathetic, cruel, and pitiful. But you know that was supposed to be the going global thing. Come to America. Align yourself with the dominant society. Position yourself over the indigenous, the black, or the dark colored person. And another problem with Latin America, you know, Afro-Latinas catch hell with in their own households. It's so rancid. You know it is. Eva Longoria talked about it. There are a lot of darker skinned Latinos that say they have been through pure fucking hell in their growing up, called all kind of despicable, disgusting, fucked up names. And you know it's true. You know you have done these things. You know you have this is what you do in your households, and you bring that mentality here because you gained a great deal of practicing at home. And your parents taught you these things too. They did. I grew up in the South, and I remember the gentrification and the displacements. When you pay attention and you look at a whole new flux of people that are coming in, and then they act as if they have better manners, better etiquette, work harder. They work harder than you. But it's all of these things are just, you're perpetuating the situation, and then you want to pit. Then it's the thing, they stand in the middle to align with whoever. So you're fair weather. Nobody likes fair weather people in America. You either know what you know, you are who you are, you know, people identify. It's very it may be free, but it's extremely tribal. And everything is becoming more tribal. I'm not telling you that that's the solution, but that's the times we are in today, because we have to identify with ways to protect ourselves and our family. When you put yourself in a situation that it's like back in the day when you had whites and blacks growing up in the South where I grew up, okay? So I grew up in Pensacola, Florida, so I always grew up in a melting pot of people. But I had no access because I grew up on a reservation, as I told you. So I started learning things at a maturer age simply because I kind of grew up in a concave around my family, my cousins, and my aunties, and all close-knit family members. So that's the way I grew up. But when I went to Beulah Elementary, a little kid told me I looked like a copper-colored penny. I was like, "That's fine," but I said, "Man, that's a pretty penny. Let me see it." He said, "No, you're gonna get oil on it." And me being 9, 10 years old, that kind of hurt my feelings. And I'm like, "What the hell you mean get oil on it? Like what?" Oh, so my mind, the kid. So the teacher talked. The teacher, Miss Smith, she brought me out in the classroom. She said, why are you so angry? I said, you know why I'm angry? You know what that kid meant. I was very conscious minded. My feelings was hurt because I'm like, you did that. You let him do that in front of the whole class, so I'm mad at you too. She was like, oh my gosh. So she didn't want me to call my mama. My mama would have told that lady ass up. Yeah, it was, those type of situations, as a kid, you really do, because I mean, these kids do, kids do nasty, despicable, fucked up shit to each other, man. And it's some cold-blooded shit, because they do it, and they kind of, that's what they do. Kids are cruel because they're not raised properly. Parents get rid of their kids nowadays. Hell, half of the parents that have kids now aren't raised or haven't been raised properly. Some of them been raised by their grandparents. And they got over it on their grandparents because they were older. So they couldn't, maneuver and really teach the kid, some things that are just. But, shit happens with people in their life. But when you have children, please raise them. Shit. A lot of order of operations have to change nowadays. Shit is serious. Shit is extremely detrimental. This motherfucker Trump is going hell. And y'all know it. So prepare yourself, take care of yourself, arm yourself. For real, arm yourselves. Understand the conditions of weaponry. Because the truth has been revealed and people are taking it however the fuck they want to take it. But what I'm explaining to you is all people, protect yourself, be kind to people. Listen to your intuition. This is a new day. I think we need to change our ways, America. Let's stop with the perpetual lying, pick up some truth, know your place, know who you are, know where you at too. For real, you've been lied to a long time. So when you see how vulnerable people are, it's a scary situation because everybody think that somebody's better than the next person. All of that shit is kind of done because everybody's feeling the perpetual pains of a fucking dictator in the making. If they don't stop this cat, and that's what he is. He's a damn dictator, and he going at everything and everybody. And then you got these sycophants, gays like this fake straight male, J.D. Vance, the vice president dude, Mr. Eyeliner, Mr. Lipstick. He's a confused, twisted being. These men are homosexuals. I'm telling you, that's who I believe. They are closet homosexuals. They are sycophants. These are like you look at a Ted Cruz or a Marco Rubio, and you look at a Tucker Carlson. You look at all these popular, Nick Fuentes, all these popular anti, people of any nationality besides European. Or ass kissing European, or a person of color that kiss European ass on a consistent basis. It's ridiculous. I just don't understand the undervaluing of yourself and embracing someone else. See, I'm about to end the show because I like to keep things on the up and up, on a positive note. So what we're going to do is, we're going to tell you like this. If you want to be in America, maybe you should learn the history from a real place. Stop thinking that you are the default. Spaniards, Asians. See, your mindset is why you put yourself above. You mentally put yourself above people of a copper, colored, or dark colored hue, complexion, skin tone. Race is an invention. The reason why race was invented is because there were an iconic class of people that were perpetuated on. The true civilizers. But when you are a demented, sick, power hungry, never full, creature with no compassion, no empathy, no sympathy, no emotional balance. You equate feelings as if they are supposed to be disgusting. No, feelings should be put in check. It's called developing your feelings, which is something that some people have never, ever, ever tried to do. Walking around as a perpetual fucking child, as if you are the enlightened one. I advise people globally, again, to address your origins. I ain't saying nothing about no fucking nationality. I say address your origins. Get to know you for real. so that you can impact, first of all, yourself before you try to impact the mindset and the likes of others. When I heard K. Michelle bash, literally get on Cam Newton's show and bash, literally bash black men and praise, that is one self-hating little twit of a woman. I won't go ham and call her all kind of diabolical names because I'm pretty sure she's had enough of that. She's a broken human being, and she don't understand the fact that she has dealt with a ton of broken men. When you let those type of men release inside your womb, K. Michelle, it don't go away. You should clean yourself out. You should clean your mind out. Because for you to be so grotesque with your mindset and you just spewing it out, and then you get Cam Newton sitting up here just, damn, dude, like, man, the hypocrisy that comes from this mindset of these type of women it's the reason why you will forever be used, like a toilet, a commode, a urinal, a thoughtless screw. Yeah. I know you think it means something when you get sexually annihilated and satisfied to your liking. When you're just a little trash can, somebody's gonna get off on it. I mean, they can fool you, they can tell you anything. I hope you understand you're just an exchange, because that's how you position yourself. Pathetic, pitiful, loser mentality. And just utterly fucking undesirable. That's what women like K. Michelle is. It's fucking undesirable. Completely undesirable. You have fixed your body. You have fixed... It's too much shit going on with her, man. Too much shit. That shit you done walked around with IVs on TV, shaking the fucking table, and you're a maniac. A complete undesirable. Yes, you and women that identify with your bullshit. Yep, all of you motherfuckers are undesirable. Undesirable. Completely. Because you have literally learned your lessons from literally destroying yourself in front of the world. And then you wanna garner sympathy as if you're some form of a fucking victim, a perpetual forever victim, as well as the perpetual vampire. That's how when Dr. Van Sant called y'all, Young Van Sant called y'all some motherfucking gutter snipes. You can't see your behaviors. You're blind and oblivious to the shit you do. And also the shit that comes out of your disgusting suckholes. It's ugly. It's sad. It's disgusting. And when I, as a man, say something about it, I'm gonna get some heat for this shit, and I don't give a shit, because it need to be said. That lady is a disgusting human being. And people that think like her and women that act like her, she's a pathetic whore. That mentality is like that. You will sit up here and degrade. And your daddy a black man? Regardless of whatever, this self-hating thing is it's a mess for every being. Not just black, not just white, not just Latino or Asian or anything. Stop practicing self-hate. And I'm going to explain to you how you are practicing self-hate and why you are perpetuating self-hate, because you're always perpetually hating on other fucking people. That's a reflection of you. See, I talked about the behaviors of that lady and how grotesque she is because she put that out there. I'm not jumping on her neck. I just don't think she sees how grotesque she really is. And it's sad. I weep because I hate the fact that my child will have to dodge those type of women and that type of mindset because they think they're being influential and enlightening when you're only destructive, broken, and fucking pitiful. But anyway, I'm gonna end this show tonight on that because it has to be ended just like that. Ugh. Anyway, done talking about her and that subject. We're gonna end on a light note. Check it out. Black women, as a black man, I apologize forever. Ever. Putting you in a position as if I ever perpetuated if I ever hurt your feelings and I didn't mean to. Let me just make it easy and plain and clear. Don't want to hurt your feelings, but stop being so goddamn defensive in everything somebody say to you. Man, I'm grown just like your ass grown. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. How about that? But for you ladies out there, you nice, spread good energy, you're beautiful, you light up a room when you smile, you're always being positive, you look out for young girls and not try to be a predator to destroy their lives like your life was destroyed. How about you try to be a little bit better about that? Because I don't want these children growing up in a world full of despicable, hateful, destructive, diabolical, ill-will people. And we can straighten that out easy. It's called being truthful. Ain't nothing wrong with being honest. Ain't nothing wrong with being intelligent. There's nothing wrong with standing on your square. Nothing at all. There's nothing wrong with standing on your square. Meaning, upfront, upright, tell the truth. Know you, be a better you. Designate yourself in a position for success. That's what you should be doing. That's what everybody should be doing globally. But all this backbiting, lying, I always want to be a bully to beat somebody the fuck down when you ain't even in a position to. Man, stop y'all shit, man. Go learn something. Go learn how to be you, the better version of you. Now, I ain't talking about trying to be me. I ain't talking about trying to be somebody else. I'm talking about being you. The best fucking version of yourself. Please. You owe yourself that much. That's why this show ain't for kids. At all. It's for you adults that have to grow up. That's how we build a better society, civilization. Let's put the judgment out of it a little bit and add some reflection, some self-reflection to your repertoire. All right? Now I'm done for real this time. I feel better about ending the show on a good, high note, on a light, on a high note. I like that. That's what we about on this podcast. We grow together. All right, y'all. Good night. Sleep well. Think about your success tomorrow. Be excited about tomorrow. Get your rest tonight. That's what we all have to do. Me included. But that's the show tonight. And remember, it's my favorite part, The will is yours. Take care, you wonderful people. Be easy.